It's a story that garnered global attention, thrust back into the spotlight almost 4 months to the day. The National Transportation Safety Board made their preliminary crash report of the deadly University of the Southwest van crash available to the public. Thanks for staying up late. I'm Tatum Gwynn. Now, these reports, they typically shed more light into major crashes or disasters. But this report, it gives anything but. In fact, key details first given to us by the NTSB back in March, today all negated. Here's what we know. 9 people were killed in a fiery head-on crash along FM 1788 on March 15th. 7 members of the USW golf program and a father-son from Seminole. Just 2 people survived the crash. In March, we were all stunned when the NTSB first reported a 13-year-old was behind the wheel of the truck that crashed into the university van. They said also the left front wheel came off, forcing it into oncoming traffic, the truck that is. Now today, the NTSB says that's not actually what happened. Jonathan Polasic has been pouring through this new report. Jonathan, stunning new information today, and at the same time, incredibly frustrating.
Absolutely, Tatum. You know, we might as well be starting back at square one. Key details that came out in the initial crash reports 4 months ago, well, they've completely changed from the driver of the pickup to what caused the crash. It's all different information than what we were initially told.
Even more questions tonight. What ultimately led to the horrific crash that killed 7 members of a college golf team and a father and son? Not even the NTSB can answer that question. New details tonight in the preliminary crash report. Investigators initially said it was a 13-year-old behind the wheel of the truck involved. Now they're saying it actually wasn't.
Evidence collected to date in our investigation indicates the driver of the pickup in this crash was a 38-year-old male and not the 13-year-old male as originally reported at the time of the crash.
So how did they get to that conclusion in the first place? At the time, the NTSB pointed to the size of the remains found in the truck.
Based upon the review of the crash scene, the team worked together and came up with consensus that the driver was the 13-year-old. Based upon evidence they had at the time and what they were seeing.
Further DNA testing proved it to be the father. A new detail about him tonight as well.
We just received the toxicological report yesterday. We haven't had a chance to really go into a lot of detail of it. We know that it was found in his system. Certainly we know that meth can affect driver performance. We have seen this in the past.
And to the ultimate question, what caused the crash? The NTSB first said the front left tire of the truck came off. Today, they say there was no tire failure leading to the crash.
We then had the wheel sent to our NTSB Research and Engineering Lab, and our materials lab within that office did a comprehensive evaluation of that wheel. And based on their evaluation of the wheel, they found no evidence of a catastrophic failure.
Tatum, NTSB could not answer a lot of other questions at this time, including whether the methamphetamine had an impact on the driver's condition, how fast the vehicles were going, and whether the occupants were wearing seatbelts or thrown from the vehicle.
And Jonathan, that is frustrating, none more than for the families involved, considering that those were answers that we had to a lot of the questions back in March. Any idea of when a final report could be released and some real answers for families of the victims?
Well, Tatum, it's far from over. The NTSB said that they've just ended the investigative phase of this case, but that the final report may not come until mid-2023, which is just about another year from now.